YouTube up on yours, or on a phone or something, so we can see.
Oh, my phone.
Or any comments. You know what I mean?
But where would I go? Because I'm signed into. I'm not signed into us.
Go to the YouTube app.
Yeah, but I'm not signed into us. I'm signed into.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, there you go, right there.
But can I see comments?
Well, if you go here.
Go to.
Oops, one more time.
Subscriptions.
Oh, you should be able to. You don't have the. I'm doing my face. Well, you can see the comments.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, that's gonna have to work. Go here. Oh. You should be able to see it at least. All right, here we go. What are we doing?
All right, you ready?
Standings.
Test it out. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, here we go.
Let's hear how it sounds.
What's up, everybody?
Test it out. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that sounds beautiful. It's weird though because it does sound a little lighter, or we sound more quiet when I download it onto the app. It seems, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Two Best Things is louder than this is.
Sure.
It's the same thing. All right. And welcome to Fantasy-ish. This is your mighty fantasy football podcast. Mighty as in Mighty Ducks. And Chris, I will have you know, I watched it for the first time this last weekend.
Very first time?
Never seen Mighty Ducks.
Does it hold up?
Well, hard to say. I don't know.
Well, I mean, hold up in the sense.
Doesn't hold up means like you from what you think you remember.
It does usually mean that, but also hold up as like you're watching it now in 2024. Is it still
parts of it do?
Parts are
so ridiculous.
Well, yeah,
it's so funny.
Well, are you going to move on to 2?
My kids might want to, but I don't.
2's fun, man. They're in the Olympics.
Okay.
2's fun. They're in the Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. So
no, but the bullies.
Yeah, for sure.
Are so like.
It was very.
Whose bullies are these people?
It's very 90s movie. There's a lot of 90s movie tropes. Some some actual laughs in there, and stuff like that. So that's
no. It was kind of heartwarming actually. It's like okay, but there's just you gotta get past some of the funny dumb stuff. Right. But then it's like the Ducks, the actual hockey team was named after the movie.
Well, yeah, they have the logo. And
has it ever happened?
No,
in any sport where because it's Disney.
Yeah,
Disney
there's
has
no
the power.
Bad News Bears.
That's insane.
Yeah,
the power of that movie.
No, it was crazy, and they just went back to their original, not the movies, but the original hockey logo with the duck mask, the duck hockey mask, which is pretty cool. I actually have a Conway Mighty Ducks hockey jersey. Should have wore it today. I knew we were going to talk about this.
Who's Conway?
It's Josh Jackson.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Thank you. There you go. And then they also made a cartoon apparently. To it, an animated version for one season
in the
90s.
I don't remember this.
We watched the first 7 minutes because we were so curious, and it's horrible.
You're like, nah.
It is horrible.
Yeah. 2, okay, I will say this: if you watch 1,
it's greatly horrible.
2 is actually pretty good, and Kenan Thompson's in it.
Yeah, we saw the trailer. Wait, that's Kenan Thompson.
Yeah, 2 is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good, and
all right,
it's
so
a lot of fun.
That's your Mighty Ducks, folks. Welcome. This is Fantasy-ish. This is the Fantasy Football Podcast where we talk football. But we specialize in our 12-team league that we've been doing for over 200 years.
About.
Before football existed.
Give or take.
Mm-hmm. I'll take. But we're going to go with the week that was. Okay, right off the bat. Here we go. What's happening?
I'm just liking our life.
Does that help it?
I don't know.
Get traction?
We'll find out.
Okay, so we had Underdogs versus Wadsville.
Let me get to it.
And we both said Underdogs was going to win this. And do you know why we said that?
Well, yes, I do know.
Because Wadsville's only won 1 game.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Not anymore, because Wadsville won. Congratulations, Eddie. 100 to 85.5. So Eddie goes to 2-9. He actually could finish with a better record than me now.
Wait, slow down.
And I'm 4-7.
Slow down.
No, I'm going fast. So let's look at my team. All right. We got, CJ Stroud. I keep waiting for him to deliver. And I thought, I almost picked up someone before last week, but I thought this week with Nico Collins coming back, I felt like it's now CJ Stroud's time to shine. And you look back, if you got Stroud up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, for the last 5 weeks. Okay. Last week, 10, 11 points, 10, 15, 4. It's atrocious.
Yeah. Then he had 123, then back to teens, and it's not good. And the thing we're looking at here, I wrote it. So I wrote in my notes is not only he hasn't been good. So we understand that. But so I said the last 5 weeks, he also has 3 touchdowns in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. He's been throwing the ball too. He's 37 attempts, 30 attempts, 33 attempts, 34 attempts. So it's not like they're not wanting to throw the ball. He's throwing the ball and just not connecting, not scoring touchdowns. We talked about it a little earlier. CJ Stroud scored you 10. Nico scored you 7. The very first play of the game, there was a 70-yard touchdown. 77-yard touchdown to Nico Collins. So that gives you 7.5 plus 6 plus a half. Right? And then that also gets you 6 points for Stroud for the touchdown and another 2.5. So it gives you 8.5 more for Stroud. And you're looking at 15, 16 plus more for,
which would have been the difference maker. I would have won the game.
And you'd be 5 and 6,
right?
Which is a lot different than 4 and 7 at this juncture of the season.
No, for sure. And so, and this is what I was saying to you before we started the podcast was that since I went earlier than I usually do on a QB,
right?
I feel almost obligated.
Yeah.
To wait around for this guy because I invested highly in him.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't want to do that again. I almost feel like I should just stream my QBs. And because look, this is what we just said too. And I showed you before we started, in the top 10 QBs in our league, 4 of them, at least 3 of them for sure, were not even drafted.
Right. We talked about Baker, Darnold,
and Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Undrafted QBs, and maybe Jared Goff. I don't remember if Goff was drafted. But it's like, what are we doing?
But again, I do argue with you, and you're not wrong about this year. But if you decide, for instance, to wait again next year, I don't know if you're going to be that lucky again. This year is a little rare with how deep quarterback is over the last couple of years, at least. So you can decide to change up your strategy next year. I just don't think it's going to work out as well as this year would have worked out. That's my issue with that.
Perhaps. And one other thing I want to say, a great move fantasy-wise for me, I spent quite a bit of money to get the Saints defense.
Yep.
And I could have stuck with the Steelers because they got me more points.
Might as well have.
Beautiful. But let's look at Eddie. Eddie is still with the win with 0 points from Pearsall.
And that's the thing. One of my notes for Eddie was Pearsall versus Brian Thomas. Would you have started, and not knowing that he scored 10.5, but just in general, right? Are you?
No, I'm starting Brian Thomas.
Right, no matter what, right?
You just traded for him.
Yeah. I would have started Brian Thomas as well. So that's a little weird. And he won anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? So that it's all a moot point. But it just, you got 3 big performances from Purdy, Josh Jacobs. Well, the 4 Tyreek Hill finally. 15 isn't great, but it's good. And then Brock Bowers with 24.5.
Bowers has been a beast.
Yeah, or if you would have flexed Jonnu, he would have had an extra 25. I wouldn't have done it, so I'm not blaming Eddie for not flexing.
On a side note for Jonnu Smith, in our Dynasty League, Elliott had Jonnu Smith last week. Kind of streamed him, hoping for a big game. Too bad he couldn't have had, because he only lost by half a point.
And the 24 points.
It would have been nice to have,
For sure.
That would have been nice.
It would have been more because it's a full point PPR in Dynasty.
But no, I do the Josh Jacobs move. I was like, oh wow, that's
absolutely.
I knew big. I was done.
It's big, yeah.
You tried to get Josh Jacobs.
I did try to get Josh Jacobs. Then no one wanted to bite.
You know what? I wish you would have taken him.
Well, it would have been nice. I luckily I still won, but it would have really set me up for the end of the year.
It would have made me 5 and 6. I would have liked that much better.
I feel a lot more safer at 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Still, you have some climbing to do.
I do.
But 5-6 is now 4-7. You are pretty much out of it.
Shut up.
You're pretty much out
We
of
don't
it.
know. Moving on.
Okay.
We got Jazzy Jazz version. Noel, you said Noel. I said Jazzy. You won.
By a good margin, too. 129.5 to 103.5.
Yeah, so Noel goes to 5-6. Jazzy goes to 4-7. Let's look at Jazzy. First and foremost, I mean, Joe Burrow, great again, 34 points.
Yeah.
And so this is the thing where Joe Burrow this year has been an amazing fantasy QB, but the Bengals can't win.
Right. So the last 3 weeks, he scored 34, 41, 39.
Jesus.
So they were talking about his numbers this year, MVP numbers, like 3 interceptions, 27, 28 touchdowns, already 3,000 yards, over 3,000 yards. But his team is like the same as you. I think they're like 4-7. So you can't give him the MVP, but the way he's playing has been awesome.
Yeah, no, you can't give MVP to a losing team.
No, you can't.
So with Jazzy, what really hurts was Kelsey.
Yeah.
1 point. What happened? What's going on there?
I think, honestly, it was a let's see what Xavier Worthy has game. I honestly think they didn't mind losing to Buffalo. They still put up a good game, but they didn't mind it. Let's see what we got type of game, and it just didn't work out. Because I don't think there was anything wrong with Kelsey. Because it's not that he scored 1 point, but they didn't even like look to him, and then that's not normal. So I think it was a let's see what we got.
Yeah, he had 4 targets.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, this is the first week of like in 3 weeks of like single digits. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think he's fine. And then I said for Jazzy, this really sucks for Jazzy because he's 4-7. But I think he's still the third, maybe now the 4th highest scoring team in the league. But he's 4-7. And I said next week looks a lot different. He has Rachaad White coming back, Malik Neighbors coming back, Javonte Williams looks like maybe he's the guy again, but he's gonna be okay. He has a good team.
He has no QB currently.
He's not currently, but
there's enough on the wire.
Right, exactly.
All right, let's look at Noel, Jared Goff. Wow, so he's been NFL. He's been NFL good, and now he was fantasy great.
He was both.
42 points.
Yeah. So if we look at Goff, because I'm with you, I've been a proponent of like I understand they're winning by a lot, but not necessarily needing to start Goff. But besides last week, his last 2 games before that were 11 points, then 21, which is good, 23, 30, but the last 17, 8, 12, so he's very mediocre fantasy wise, but when you're putting up 42.
And he needed all of that because Garrett Wilson only got him 3.
Yeah.
Kraft got him 0. So, I mean, he really did need – Kyren Williams only got him 8.
Right.
So, he really needed this. I mean, he's getting Juwan Jennings,
right,
20. So, he really – in his defense and David Montgomery. But, no, I mean – We'll see going forward. We're going to look into the going forward pretty soon.
So that's one of my questions was Noel's chances at 5-6 with that team. How do you feel about it? It needs a lot to happen for him.
Yeah.
My other question was Jerry Jeudy scoring 23 on the bench.
Yes.
Do you trust Jerry Jeudy? So the last points or not, the last 3 games, 11 targets, 8 targets.
Great.
And so do you trust him going forward? Is he real to you?
The question is like, who would you flex him over Chubb maybe?
Over Chubb, I would. Not over Jennings, not over Garrett Wilson.
You think Jennings is going to be consistently good?
I think he'll be fine enough. Yeah, especially the way Debo. I think he's still sick or hurt or something. Something's going on with Debo. So I trust Jennings. I trust Garrett Wilson. I would play Jeudy over Chubb though, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I Jeudy has been.
Yeah. They're giving him opportunities, right?
And again, Noel would have moved playing Goff over Mahomes again.
It worked out this week. We'll see next week. I think he has Goff in there, right?
He still would have won.
He still would have won. Next week, I'm playing Mahomes though.
We'll get there.
I am, but we'll get there.
Next game is we have You Below Me going against Taking US Back to School. We both said You Below Me. 147.5
Yeah,
to
man.
85.5. You below me going to 10-1. Taking us to school going to 5-6.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about you below me, but we're starting taking your ass back to school.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a tough time with receivers the way I'm having a tough time with running backs. I mean, he's starting Bateman, Quentin Johnson.
It's pretty weak.
Yeah, and on his bench he has Mike Evans, who's coming back next week, and Harrison, who's coming back next week.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to have to make some moves and some choices.
So I mean, that's good. I mean, with Harrison Evans, I like that team a lot.
I like it a lot better, right? With with Love, Harrison, Evans still has Chase Brown and Cook.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 5-6, so he's still in it.
Yep, definitely
still in it, and with a good team going forward. So I like that.
For me, he has Rico Dowdle or J.K. Dobbins. Who are you playing?
I'm playing J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, me too.
And that was one of my questions too. He had Dowdle in,
right?
But I just trust that team more, the offense more. So I'm playing J.K. over Rico. That was one of my questions.
Chargers are looking good.
Yeah, they're looking real good. And I said he played. Oh, this is a different team. Just kidding.
Okay.
The next team.
You keyed.
But I like his team going forward, taking your ass back to school.
For you below me,
it doesn't matter, man.
Doesn't matter. Jalen Hurts 17. Breece Hall, newly acquired Breece Hall 26.5. Nope. We'll get into that. You want to get into that now?
No. I mean,
Jamar Chase.
This is kind of the time.
He
gave him 26.5 points.
Puka 21.5. Taysom Hill.
And he started him over Kyle Pitts, which is a bold move. It's a bold move to do.
Unbelievable. Taysom Hill did it all. He was passing. He was rushing.
Yeah.
Really rushing. He was catching.
Yep.
This is what's crazy to me. I mean, he still had an interception and a fumble and still put up 36 points.
Yeah. So what I said is so he played Taysom Hill over Kyle Pitts, which is bold. You pick him up because he's going to be okay. The thing I said to him is he has the Midas touch. No matter what fucking move he makes, it works this year. Like, he can't not work. You know what I mean? Like, no one in the right mind would have played Taysom Hill over Kyle Pitts. Had a feeling, a gut. Maybe it worked out. Maybe it didn't. It did. The Breece Hall trade. Let me just we'll get to it. But he has the Midas touch, and he can't lose this year. Like, whatever move, he can close his eyes and pick a player. They're going to have a good week. That's the way I feel about you below me this week.
How often, if you got Taysom Hill, someone just asked this, how often are you playing Taysom Hill?
Someone just asked this. Nearly never. Nearly never. Because there are times, and he's done this the last 3 years. He does this about 3 games a year where he can win you the week. And you never want to be on the wrong side of that. And it all depends on the situation, who's out, who's not out, but nearly never. Especially if I have Kyle Pitts. I wouldn't have made that move. And he had Kareem Hunt. I would have started Kareem Hunt at the flex over Taysom Hill.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there's not any time that I would have started Taysom Hill. I play a lot of DFS, and a lot of people play Taysom Hill this week in DFS. So sometimes I make my decisions off of that on a hunch. But I wouldn't have with his team. He has a good enough team where he didn't need Taysom Hill. But he picked him up, and it worked out. He can't fucking lose.
He would have won even if he didn't play Taysom Hill.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with you below me. I'm fucking telling you guys, dude.
Pack it up.
Josh
down 16.5.
Yeah. Like, what the
just to rub it in.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
Highest score of the week. Congratulations, you below me. Effortless against DeShit. We both said DeShit. We were both wrong. Effortless with the win
by a good amount too.
120 to 94.
Yeah.
Effortless goes to 7-4. DeShit also 7-4. Making it interesting.
Both in good standing. 7-4 is an awesome with only 3 weeks left, so they're going to be fine. My first question was Russell Wilson versus Stafford. DeShit's going to have to make these choices. Russell Wilson scored 6. Stafford 35. Not that you would have known that big of a difference,
but this was the game changer.
It's
30 points.
Could have won the game. It's 30 points. going against Baltimore, Baltimore actually doesn't have that great of
Right.
a pass defense
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, sure.
So it's not a bad start. It just, but to get 6 points is a little tough.
I mean, Stafford the week before only got 9.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And that's what I mean. Again, I offered the shit many options to get Daniels, so he doesn't have to make this decision every week, and turn down. Maybe I didn't make a good enough trade, which I understand. It wasn't his fault necessarily. But I said, here's a question I put on my notes. How does he feel about playoffs? What does that mean? I think what that means is he has Ridley, JSN, Cam Akers, he's starting, Trey Benson. He doesn't have rolling forward for this shit. Does he have a strong enough team? Even though he's 7-4, does he feel comfortable going into the playoffs?
No, but playoffs is the game where anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get there, and then
For
who
sure.
knows, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. So let's look at effortless, and what effortless here we have 36 from Bo Nix.
I mean, come on, dude. What are we doing?
Bo Nix.
Yeah, what are we doing?
And then Joe Mixon. Is there a theme going?
Mix and Nix.
Mix and Nix?
Yeah, combo.
Or Nixon with the Bix?
Yeah, I get it. But 3 touchdowns, 33 points.
Insane. Outside of that, Devontae Adams 10, AJ Brown. And AJ Brown's been kind of mediocre.
He's been okay, like just okay.
Pedestrian at best.
Yeah. If we look at the last couple weeks here, so start off with 19.5, got hurt, 20, 16, then 10, but then 4, 12, 8.
Yeah, so just recently, it's just kind of like, what's going on?
I like AJ Brown still. I think honestly, because Philadelphia has been playing well, it's just not needed with Saquon playing the way he's been playing. He's not needed as much as he's been needed the last couple of years, I think. So I still trust. I still trust in AJ Brown.
Here's my question to you, because Effortless picked up Anthony Richardson.
Right.
We got 29, and DeShit had drafted Anthony Richardson. Was this?
No, I would have dropped him too, but
yeah,
or maybe if I could have. I don't know what his bench looked like, but
if Effortless would have played Anthony Richardson against DeShit and won.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a fight.
Well, here's the thing.
Is that right? I think that's like drawing a line in the sand.
Yeah, almost just to do it. I think I probably would have played him. Just to say I beat you with him.
Yeah,
just to do it.
You think this guy's good enough for you?
Yeah.
I will beat you with him.
Yeah, win or lose, I'm like this is
with it.
This is so much better if I win with Anthony Richardson.
Right.
So I did say with Effortless, man, going forward, he has Tyrone Tracy, Mixon, AJ Brown, Bo Nix, or Anthony Richardson, but probably Bo Nix. It's a good core going in. He's into the playoffs.
Well, for QB?
No, his whole core. I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying
he's got too many QBs now.
Well, now, but you're probably starting Bo Nix until further notice. But
Nix, Mayfield, and Richardson, like that. Almost, I don't know who to choose.
Well, right, but either way, his QB, Mixon, AJ Brown, Tyrone Tracy, and you're looking good. I'm happy if I'm Effortless.
I almost wish the trade deadline wasn't up yet, so we could get rid of those quarterbacks, make it easier for us. Daily here's week.
Right, he's gonna make. Well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's his Achilles heel in the playoffs. Is one of those playoff games he's gonna pick the wrong quarterback.
Exactly.
And I've said it all year long. Don't make yourself make that decision. Uh-huh. That's what makes it tough.
Be like me and don't have a good QB.
Or do that.
Next game was Prestige Worldwide against Fazools. We both said Prestige Worldwide, and we both look amazing.
We look real good.
As Prestige won 110-65. Prestige with the win to go 6-5. Fazools with the loss to go 3-8. So Fazools and Eddie, they're kind of Wadsville and Fazools are fighting for that cellar.
Oh, no, for sure, absolutely.
Who's gonna get it?
Well, I know because if Wadsville wins one more. No, he's even with Fazools. I think Fazools is going to lose next week too.
Oh man!
So it's going to be close.
It's going to go down to the wire.
Maybe you'll lose out, and then they'll win out.
The battle for last.
Yeah.
Hopefully they play each other at the end. That'd be amazing. But they don't.
They don't.
So for Fazools,
there's not much to say. I honestly, in my notes, I said hard to analyze. He only had 2 players in double digits, and no one showed up. He was throwing away players. So he was ended up with Etienne and Warren starting as your running backs. He has Debo, who only gave him 4, which you're supposed to count on Debo, but he's just been hurt. Aubrey got a 64-yard field goal taken away, so you could have had at least 6 more points from Aubrey. But there's not much to analyze, man. It's just.
Are you playing Hopkins, or would you?
I am.
Would you play DJ Moore over him?
No, I don't like DJ Moore.
Or Addison. Okay.
I'm not. I'm playing.
Okay.
I'm playing Hopkins. I think that's what I would have done.
He had
too.
one good game.
Sure, 2 with DeAndre.
Yeah, he had one.
No, okay.
I don't know if I would play him because of that one game yet. I think I would probably go with
You want to see it again?
DJ Moore. Hard, I get.
I don't like DJ Moore, man.
But I probably would still go with DJ Moore.
I'm not starting DJ Moore.
I know. So the question is Fazul's tanking on purpose to get that number 1 pick?
Well, I don't know if he's looking for that number 1.
Is he sucking for luck?
I mean, well, who would it be, man, this year? But for luck, I don't know what he's doing, but I do know he's looking ahead to next year. I don't think necessarily tanking to get the first pick, but and maybe that's why he gave up Breece Hall, because he knows if he had Breece Hall and didn't start him, it looks real bad on him. But I know he's looking ahead. He saw his schedule. He saw his rating, not rating.
He knew he was playing you. He's like, I can't beat.
Prestige. I can't ever do it. Yeah.
Like, I better get rid of everybody because I'm playing Prestige.
He did it last week. He did it last week. But he saw his record, and he knows he's not going to make the playoffs. He'd rather set himself up for next year.
No, I get that. I don't think he's sucking them.
No. It's not really what he does, but he's definitely looking ahead. He's definitely looking ahead.
For sure.
Yeah.
Prestige, let's look at your team here. Hey, your running backs are looking really strong.
Yeah, you love that, right?
Can you talk about your running backs for a minute?
Yeah, it's hard to
Estime
say.
and Spears. How much did you get between the two?
3.5. 3.5 between 2 running backs.
Wow. And you won.
And I won. So it's been tough, to say the least. And what I'm happy about, what I said in my notes, I scored 110 with Lamar only scoring 16. So I've been scoring like 105, 103 with Lamar scoring like 30. So if I can kind of keep this up, but that also means my wide receivers need to be scoring 30. So I'm still stuck. I'm not happy. I'm still not happy. I like being 6-5, but not happy with my team.
Well, I mean, Amon-Ra 33.5.
Yeah.
Here's a game where the Lions went off.
And
Amon-Ra was part of that.
Last time they scored 50, he got me 7.
Right.
So I felt happy about that. With Jefferson only scoring 11, you know what I mean? I like that.
Cup 25.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So I mean, keep that going, right?
That's going to be my key to any victory. Is my 3 wide receivers need to score an average of 20 each. Like that's the only way I'm winning this on a game.
Not to get too greedy, but
yeah, that's all I need. Just score 20 each every week.
And then we go, I guess, probably to the closest game of the week. We got Vandalizers against Butterfingers. We both said Vandy's.
Yeah.
And Vandy's won 124.5 to 118.
That really helps me.
Vandy's goes to 8-3. Butterfingers to 5-6. And I mean, look, these top 2 players, Herbert and Barkley, 27-32.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, how does this guy lose?
Yeah. But yeah, Taylor scoring 5.5.
Taylor's, again, pedestrian at best.
The name is better than the output. You know, you like saying I have Jonathan Taylor, but the output hasn't been there. So, but I think that's a product of the Colts, right? They suck so bad. It's like they don't have the availability to just run Jonathan Taylor when you're down that much.
Yeah, Austin Eckler on his bench has done better the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's almost
than Jonathan Taylor.
It's almost a question where maybe you gotta consider it.
Oh God, it seems crazy to me.
Yeah,
but I hear you, Tillman.
I mean, I get starting him, but
I mean, even with what Judy's been doing.
Yeah, that's the question, right? Because it was
this was his 1 week where he didn't do anything. The 3 weeks prior, he was.
Yeah, he's been good.
So, all right, okay,
he's been good.
Okay,
he's been good. So I don't mind starting Tillman. I don't know. I wouldn't.
So are you starting Tillman over Flowers?
That's the question. I probably still would have started Flowers. I feel just more comfortable, especially in a close matchup. I'm starting Flowers, and I get it. He's not an every week guy, but I feel a little more comfortable starting him than Tillman.
All right.
So
So on Vandy's side, I mean, really, he won this because of his defense. Texans D put up 23 points.
23 points. Yeah,
That's
they
huge.
scored a touchdown. Anytime your defense scores a touchdown, that's big. It's nice getting Allen for 25, T. Higgins for 24 and a half, finally,
Yeah.
for T. Higgins. And double digits from Sutton, the kicker, and 23 from the defense. That's all you need, even with the 0.
Was Kittle a game time decision?
He was a game
Okay.
time decision, but there was plenty of time to because it was in the afternoon to know not to play him. The only thing I can think of is he had Ertz, and Ertz played the 10 o'clock game, and Kittle played the 1:05 game. So you wanted to wait for it. You wanted to wait for it. You know what I mean? So, the question I had, obviously, which you can see there on the bench, CeeDee Lamb on the bench.
Yeah, I understand maybe why you consider it, but I still would never do it.
You played him over McConkey over
No,
CeeDee
yeah,
Lamb.
I wouldn't do it.
McConkey
McConkey got more points by one.
Sure, but then you got Sutton, then you got Higgins.
I would never do it because it's CeeDee Lamb.
Right, and I
even with crap QB play.
And I've been talking shit about CeeDee Lamb, where it's
Lamb.
like they might be sitting him down, but as long as they're not sitting him down, it's still CeeDee Lamb. Right. So I'm playing him. Hey, listen, it worked. I don't know what he's going to do next week, so it didn't matter because he still won. But it's a dangerous move that worked out this week.
It did.
So,
but I would not feel good going forward with that.
Right.
All right. That's kind of it, right? Najee Harris, 11 points on the bench, not bad. All right.
Yeah,
there we go.
I think those were I want to make sure if I had any other notes.
Can you pull standings up on yours?
But I don't think I had any notes. I said Tillman versus Flowers. Yeah. Should be scared of Vandy's 124 and a half, and could be worse. No Lamb, no tight end. Right? Meaning going forward, be scared. Being scared of Vandy's.
For sure.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a quick thing on the standings really quick.
Sure.
I'm going to go when pigs fly. Just probably the bottom one for you.
Yep.
It's just weird. Mine's different.
Well, because you're...
Oh, because I'm in that one.
Because it's your division, so you're up top.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So when pigs fly, we got You Below Me 10-1, Vandalizers 8-3, Effortless 7-4, Underdogs 4-7. I mean, You Below Me's got this in the bank.
It's yes. I know Vandy's only 2 games back with 3 to go, but the way You Below Me has been.
I mean, You Below Me at least is going to make the playoffs.
Oh, yes,
for sure.
Yes.
And this is what I've noticed. If you look up, go and just look. This 0.4, points 4. And this is going to tie into what maybe you can share.
Sure.
I don't know if I've ever seen this disparity before.
As far as points scored?
For points scored.
Yeah.
You Below Me leads our league with 1,400 points scored. He has, the next person behind him is 147.5 points back. Butterfingers.
Yeah.
He has a 147-point lead.
So
usually it's like 10 to 50.
Vandy's has scored 1,400 points, right? 1,400 points.
Not Vandy's.
You Below Me.
You Below Me.
Yeah, You Below Me scored 1,400 points. Butterfingers 1,252. We have
that's second place.
Yeah, we have a 1,230. We have a 1,236.
Can you
1233.
not show mine? No, I don't want to see that. How many points back? 450 and a half? That's pretty good.
You haven't even scored 1,000 points yet.
That's pretty good.
You haven't scored 1,000 points.
That's pretty
yet.
good.
Yeah, it's rough.
I play fantasy football.
That's rough.
But no, but I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like he's outlapping us.
Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous, and he only got stronger. I'm gonna keep bringing it up.
It's like it's Shohei Ohtani playing in like 1890 baseball.
Right, just hitting 112 home runs.
What the hell's going on here?
200 RBIs and striking out 300.
How's Ohtani get another home run?
Yeah.
Who's next?
Ohtani strikes out the side.
Jimmy Handlebar Mustache
right.
is next for home runs with 7.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Ohtani has 112.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
The next one has 7.
That's what it feels
like.
It's
crazy.
No, it's a little ridiculous.
All right, I just want to see that.
Okay.
And then in the next division, we can go with Grill's Hot. Why not?
Yeah. We
got DeShit 7-4, Null 5-6, Taking Us Back to School 5-6, Fazools 3-8. I mean, it's a 2-game lead for DeShit.
Yeah, 2 games, 3 to go, and we're only playing division. within the division now
And Knoll, that's true. Good point.
Mhm.
Knoll does have the most points scored.
by a good amount, by almost
Yeah.
100. By
Yeah,
almost
yeah, yeah.
100.
So do we think Knoll could sneak in here?
So
Or do you feel pretty good about Deshit?
So I really like Noel because, but here's the only problem is I think both of them can beat Taking Your Ass Back to School and Fazools, right? So that's 2 wins for both of them, and if they play each other, then maybe they're even. And that's the best case scenario for Noel. They both beat Taking Your Ass Back to School and Fazools, and then Noel beats the shit, even score, and Noel scores more. That's kind of the shit is 3-1, but they'll have an even division score if that happens as well. And then now we go for points 4. So that's his best bet. But Taking Your Ass Back to School has all his people back too, so he's going to give a fight to both of them. So an outside chance for Noel to win that division.
Okay, let's look at your division then. The Mudsuckers. We got Prestige Worldwide at 6-5, Butterfingers 5-6.
Yeah.
Jazzy Jazz 4-7, Wattsville 2-9. What do you think here?
So here's the problem and good thing for both of us is, let's say we both beat Wattsville. So I'm 7-5. He's 6,
That's what I said.
He's 6-6.
Didn't happen.
Right? I know. I'm just saying. Let's say. I think, and so no offense to Wattsville, I think Jazzy has a chance against both.
I plan to walk over him so easily.
I
was like mailing it in.
But that's crazy. You thought
I phoned in my performance.
It's crazy that you thought that based on how many points you scored.
Oh God, I haven't even scored 1,000.
Yeah, that's crazy. So,
but neither has he.
Let's say that happens. I think Jazzy has a 4-7 record, but has a chance to beat both of us. Honestly, the only good thing is,
and I hope he does.
I'm playing Jazzy this week.
Oh no,
with an amazing buy lineup in favor of me, and Butterfingers is not going to get that
collusion.
It's collusion, but Butterfingers is not going to get the benefit that I have this week against Jazzy.
Yeah, sure.
And that's going to be the difference, I think, where I take this division by 1 game.
All right,
it's only because of this week, honestly, because I think Jazzy can beat Butterfingers. But here's the thing: the good thing is that Butterfingers can beat me. He has. But with my win over Jazzy and hopefully a loss to Jazzy for Butterfingers, I stay that 1 game up. That's the difference. I think it happens.
So you do have something interesting that I think that kind of ties into the standings.
Yeah.
Strength of schedule.
Right.
What is this stat that you
okay
for us?
So what I did, I'll see if I can pull it up here. So I have done a win-loss chart for if every week everybody plays each other, what the records would be and what the difference is, because I think this is a way, I think in my brain at least, to really show how good a team is, not necessarily just their league record, right? That's what I want to do. So as everybody guessed, you can see it on the screen. You below me, if he played everybody every week, he'd be 99-22. Which is an 81% winning record, right? So, which is great, but in real life, in the actual league, he has a 90.9% winning record. So he's actually 9 percentage points in the negative.
So he's not as good.
He's not as good.
Ha ha!
He's not as good.
Wait, was that before Brees Hall?
This is up to today.
Well, but he only had Brees Hall
up
for a
to
week.
today. That's true. So next best would be Vandy's. He would be 74-47, which again, we're looking at a 25 game difference still.
Sure.
Yeah. 25, and which would give him a 61% winning percentage. In our league, he has a 72% win percentage. So he's actually better in our league than he is if you played everybody else.
He's a poser.
He is a poser. He's 11% worse.
Okay.
Right.
Boom.
So now we have Noel. This is where it gets a little interesting.
Okay.
Noel would be 73-48, only 1 game back from Vandy's, which would give him a 59% winning percentage. In our league, he has a 45% win percentage.
Okay.
So, which is a plus 14% if we played everybody, which means he's a better team than his record shows, right?
Sure.
So we'll go quick. Butterfingers is fourth with 72 games, only one game back. And Butterfingers, which would give him a 59% win percentage. In our league, he has a 45% win percentage.
As well, okay.
So he has a plus 14 as well.
All right.
Right? And I'm kind of where I am. I would be 70 and 50, which gives me a 57% win percentage. And I have actually a 54% win percentage in our league. So
So your hips don't lie.
I'm 3% better. Yes. I'm 3% better if I played everybody else. So I'm where I need to be.
Shakira has an interesting voice.
Sure, why not?
Because like she can sound like really kind of sensual and sexy, and then she sounds like a man.
She can.
You know,
She can.
It's like, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It's her style, dude.
I get it. It's unique. It's different, but it's
Yeah.
just like I'm kind of turned on, and then I'm like, I don't think I should be turned on.
You can. Yeah, you can be.
I don't know.
Okay. So next is me, the shit, then effortless. Round out the top 7. So according to, if we played everybody every week, the 6 playoff teams would be you below me, Vandy's, Noel, Butterfingers, me, and the shit. Those would be the top. And
I don't see my name in there, but that's okay.
And the only difference between the shit and effortless is they're 65 and 56 and 65 and 55 with one tie for
With a
effortless.
tie.
So they're
He tied against you, looks like.
yeah, they're
Or maybe Noel.
yeah,
Okay.
they're pretty even.
All right.
They're pretty even. So those would be the top 6.
Who figured this part out?
I did.
Oh, I thought this was AI.
No. AI just put it in a chart for me. I did all the math.
Got it.
8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 is Jazzy at 8, taking your ass back to school, 9th best. Fazul's 10th, Wadsville 11th. You are 12th.
So hold on. What's my?
So if you played everybody, you would be 23, 95, and 3, which gives you a 19% win percentage.
And I have a.
And you have a 36% win percentage.
All right.
So you're 17% worse if you actually played everybody.
Thank you, schedule.
Yeah, so it really is, honestly. Thank you, schedule. And it's only because of, look, if you look at it, it's the ties. You have the same amount of losses as Wadsville. He has 2 more wins. These last 2 wins in the ties. So he's 20% win percentage. You're 19. But that rounds it out.
So taking us to school, he would be at a 36%.
Yeah, he's at a 45% win percentage.
But if you played everyone in the league.
But if he played everybody, he would only be at a 36%, which is a 9% drop.
Okay.
Than his actual record.
And then Jazzy is the big one here.
Jazzy is the big one, where this is where I talked about Eddie bringing the medal.
Yeah.
Right? Because Jazzy in our league has a 36% win percentage, but if he actually just played everybody every week, he'd be at over 50%. He'd win over half his games, which is a 15% jump, which is our highest jump in difference from our actual league to playing everybody.
That's crazy.
Which so in he still would be out of the playoffs, but a much better team.
Crazy.
Yes.
No, that's cool. That gives us a little bit of also maybe into this playoff race who might be able to
make moves, who's actually maybe better than their record show, and it can make a jump. And
so with that, I have no chance.
You have no chance. Wadsville doesn't. Fazul's doesn't. And even Tyops doesn't. Jazzy has a chance to maybe jump up 1 because he's actually pretty close to effortless and to shit. And he can maybe make that 6th spot. But I'm going to take a screenshot of this and put it in our text thread.
Love it.
And kind of show the differences. And I think you get a better picture of actually how good the team is.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's sometimes you fall in the wrong week playing the wrong person.
Yeah.
So I think this does it justice.
No, indeed.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to go to the waiver wires, and we're going to go here. Chris Boswell.
I know. I saw this.
That's a kicker, right?
It is a kicker, but who just went for 6 for 6? But yeah.
Oh well, in that case.
Yeah.
He was signed for $51 by Noel,
who already has a good kicker on his team, by the way.
Who?
It's not Chris Boswell good, but it's a good kicker.
Okay, so he got a kicker for $51. Why not?
I mean, if he has the money, it's not 107 or whatever the hell happened last year.
Who did that though?
I don't remember.
Wasn't it Null?
Oh, maybe I think it was no,
I don't know.
but not $100.
The whole Justin Tucker thing. But then Nolan was spending money again because he got Christian Watson for $41. Oh, by the way, no other bids on Chris Boswell.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering.
I know. Well, because he has a bye, and then and so I think people are looking up how he scored. So if you look it up that way, it showed like he wasn't up on the top list, but
yeah.
Not
a single
penny. I know, and that's what happened last time too. There was $100+ and then no other bids.
But I was saying between the two though, he just spent $92.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta look at how much he has left of Fab.
I mean, Christian Watson is good.
Oh, no, it's great,
but no other bids though. But I like him. But I do like him.
But I'm saying, like, are we getting? I'm curious about his Fab money after we'll talk.
And I think, to be fair to Null as well, if he's trying to make the playoffs, he needs to make moves.
Oh, for sure.
Right. So it's like, if I don't spend it now, what's the point of what am I saving it for at this point? Because he needs to go all in to make the playoffs. And the way we've seen, especially the beginning of the year, kickers were the difference. In the first 5 weeks, it was like kickers scoring 20, 17, and they won some weeks. And
that's every year.
And I'm with you, but it felt like higher scoring at the beginning of the year. It's kind of come back down to earth.
I don't know. My thing, what's tricky with the Fab is that, yes, you need to get there, but then you also need to make sure you have some money to spend it in the playoffs.
And you know what I mean? And it's hard to say.
You'd be so screwed.
I agree with you, and it's 2020 hindsight, because I think you need to spend it to get there.
It's 2024.
Oh, got it. But spend it wisely, right?
Do you still think it's the pandemic?
Oh, shit.
COVID's going on?
Well, listen, my brain shut off March of 2020 on.
Okay.
I just forgot about what happened.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was 2024.
But spend it wisely. So spend it because you need it. But when you have a kicker, maybe in your head think, I don't need to spend 51. You spend 20 or spend, like, because hasn't been one bid that high yet. Again, 2020.
Oh, God, wouldn't it be great to see a bidding war over a kicker?
Well, I want to see it one time.
Some put in like 100, some put like 99.
I want to see it one time.
Some put like 95.
Yeah, I want to see it one time.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
We have the Commander's D was picked up for $13 by you below me. You put in a $7 bid.
Yeah. I like the day I ended up getting, actually.
Yeah. Will Disley was picked up by Underdogs for $11. You put in a $6 bid.
Just in case.
Yeah, sure. My buys are, I got buys. My tight ends are on buys.
Well, but listen, dude, you're not gonna make the playoffs. Just let us have some people. Let us have them.
Chris, I have entered the spoiler part.
I get it. As you should.
And I will relish.
You will fight and scratch your way.
I will relish every moment.
Yeah.
Of spoilers.
If you can keep somebody out of the playoffs.
I love it.
Yeah, I get it.
Love it.
Yeah, I would too.
Because your suffering is my joy.
Well, you're not playing me anymore, so.
I still want you to suffer.
I probably will. The way the year's been going, I'm going to get my hopes up and then crash down the last.
Hey, here's a fun one.
Yeah.
Roshan Johnson was picked up for $4.
You want to talk about that?
By Effortless.
You want to talk about that?
How?
Well, why is he on the waiver wire?
I thought Roshan Johnson was just in a trade.
He was. Yeah, he was just in a trade.
That I think involved a pretty decent running back.
Yeah, Breece Hall, I think it was.
Well, that's an elite running back.
Oh, yeah, like one of the best. But he dropped him.
So you're telling me a team traded away Breece Hall to get Roshan Johnson and draft pick and then drop the player that they got?
Well, that's what happened. Right? Literally, that
doesn't make no sense.
Well, don't tell me. That
doesn't make no sense.
What do we do? I mean...
Fazools.
Here's
no.
Wait. Let me talk to Fazools directly.
Why'd you even ask for Roshan Johnson?
No, okay. Let me talk to Fazools directly. Fazools, let me talk to you directly. I'm looking at you eye to eye here. I get your trade. You made it very clear, and you made a good point when I offered Jane Daniels, because he wasn't in your plans for 2025. You already had a keeper, and you didn't need a good quarterback like that because you weren't really looking to win the rest of the year because you knew you weren't going to make the playoffs. So Jane Daniels was kind of a irrelevant player to get, which I get. And you were very gracious explaining that to me in a text saying, hey, I'm going to turn down your trade. I will say this. As I was saying, oh no, how about if in the middle of a text, bing, I get a notification, CBS, a trade has been accepted. Didn't even let me offer you better than a 7th round. I was going in with my text message saying, okay, well, what if you're going to get a 7th round, what if I give you a 6th or a 5th? Couldn't even get to it.
Question. I'm gonna interrupt if that's okay.
No, I'm done.
May I approach the bench?
Please. I'm done.
With Jane Daniels, did you also offer a draft pick?
I at that. So the initial offer was just Jane Daniels for Breece Hall.
Oh,
Because I didn't know I didn't know his mindset.
yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, I thought it was a good trade.
I don't like it.
And that's fine. And that's
I like
okay. And that's okay. If I understood his mindset at
Yeah.
the time,
Yeah.
I would have offered a draft pick. Yeah.
Okay. Because this is what I'm thinking. Let's say it's me, and I think, oh, I know who my keeper is going to be.
Right.
But a lot can happen between now
Oh, sure.
and next year. What if one of my potential keeper gets injured?
Or whatever. Right.
Or there's a trade that happens, and it's like, oh no, now he's no longer the starter.
Right.
Isn't it better, you think, to maybe have a few options as keeper?
I think so too. And he even recognized
It's like having a good bench.
it is like having a good bench. You want to have some depth.
Right.
And in that text, Fazul's even recognized that part of my trade, why I thought I wasn't going to offer anything else, because of the price tag of Jaden Daniels as a keeper in the 11th round.
Yeah,
So I thought that also was, was recognized as
would hold some value.
his value,
Yeah.
which it did. He recognized it. He said, I know I can get him in the 11th, but I'm already looking for somebody else. So I totally get the reason why he turned mine down.
Yeah.
He's even like you said, don't like it off the bat.
Right.
This 1-for-1, I don't like it. And that's
Right.
okay. And he is under no obligation to counter. He can just say no. And so he's fine by the way. I don't mind Fazul's that you just said no and then accepted the other one. It's in his right. But I was just slow with the trigger finger.
But
I would have offered him better than a 7.
Do you not agree with what I'm saying about having depth?
Absolutely.
Even for keepers.
A choice, yeah.
For keepers.
At least
because
a
you
choice.
might think I got this one, and then like some
and one, you took mine away. So you're kind of you're striking me down a little bit while making yourself better.
I'm just saying, but I want to have a couple options.
I agree. And I
want that decision to be like Josh, where he has 3 QBs and who's he going to play.
Yeah.
I want that for my keeper.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
And then, but this is my thing. Like, if you ask for Roschon Johnson, why do you drop Roschon Johnson?
Well,
why you drop Roschon?
I don't know.
That's where I'm confused.
I'm with you.
Will Reichard was picked up. Is it Reichard?
Richard?
Will Reichard? What's his name?
Richard.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Richard? Oh, because he's French.
Yes. Yeah, Richard.
He had a baguette.
He did have a baguette.
He's got a baguette. For $1 from you below me, and Spencer Schrader was picked up for $1 for Fight Effortless. Whatever. That's that.
Okay.
Chris.
Mm-hmm.
By any chance, you got any players that really kind of didn't go down well?
I do.
Like maybe they got like stuck in your craw, perhaps.
Yeah, there's a couple players.
Oh, really?
This week, Matt, they got stuck in my craw.
Oh no.
Yeah. They really cheesed me.
Ugh.
Is that a thing?
That make you constipated, I think.
Cheese me?
Cheese? I was thinking cheese. Cheese, it can really back you up.
Listen.
Okay.
There's a lot, okay? And first one on the board, Terry McLaurin. I get what you've been this year. Listen, you got one catch for 10 yards last week. I'm not mad at you, man. I'm just disappointed in you. Hey, listen, if I'm being honest, you were just a borderline disaster.
Oof.
I actually think you were a little dirty. You were a little dirty this week. So Terry McLaurin, more like Terry McLaurin, because you need to wash out that shit show of a performance.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're full of shit.
I can't improve on that one. I like that. That was good.
Okay.
Chlorine.
Yeah.
That's
Makes sense.
clean. It's clean.
No pun intended.
No, you're right. But it is like you're trying to like force it. That one's there.
Yeah.
It's there. It's beautiful. I like that.
It just happened naturally.
That was great.
I appreciate it.
Nicely
I
done.
appreciate it. Hey, Travis Etienne.
Okay.
12 carries for 27 yards. You're struggling. They're throwing the ball for not even 2 yards a carry.
Yeah.
No, never mind. He's not even starting on anyone's team. Next. Okay. Okay. Bijan Robinson.
Oh, that's a bird right there. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Bijan Robinson.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you're on it this week, man. Wow.
All right, Bijan Robinson.
You're not even worth my time.
You're done.
Oh,
I don't
my
even care.
God.
I don't even have a joke for you.
Jeez, that's good.
Bijan Robinson,
Oh.
a whopping 35 yards. 35 yards. Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
You know who you could have started over Bijan Robinson this week? That would have got you more points? You want to know?
Sure.
If you wanted to outscore Bijan Robinson,
Yeah.
you could have started Cam Akers.
Ugh.
Yeah. You could have started Amir Abdullah. Matt, if you wanted to outscore Bijan Robinson this week,
Yeah.
you could have started Jalen Warren,
Okay.
right? Listen, if someone asking advice wanted to know Bijan or Cam Akers, I would have said Bijan Robinson, and I would have been stupid.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson, more like, be gone, Robinson. I can't even look at you.
All right. Okay. All right.
Not bad, right?
Right now, can I
Uh-oh.
get the fire emoji?
Oh.
Can you put a fire emoji up
We're
here?
not on TikTok. We're not on TikTok.
Well, when you post it on TikTok.
Okay.
Put a fire emoji right here. Note to self. Got it?
Note to self.
This is good.
Okay.
No,
well,
this is
well-
the best you've done out the gate.
don't get too.
No.
We'll see.
I cannot be disappointed at this point.
Russell Wilson. Listen. This week in our league, you got 6 points. 6 points.
Okay.
You threw the ball for 36 times and still no touchdowns. You barely hit 200 yards. And if I'm being honest with you, Matt, I've been waiting for this roast for a long time.
Yeah, sure.
For-
You're not a fan.
For a long time.
Right.
And I don't think you're that good at football.
Mhm.
I think you're overrated, and I just don't like you personally. You're weird. Have you ever seen that Subway commercial? The danger sub?
No.
He's a weirdo.
Ugh. His wife's hot.
Kinda. So Russell Wilson, I didn't finish it. I was so caught up on saying I just straight up don't like you and you're weird and overrated. So
That's all you.
I said, so Russell Wilson more like, and then nothing.
I don't like you.
I just don't like you. So Russell Wilson, hey, listen, I apologize. No roast. I just don't like you personally, and I think you're weird. Russell Wilson, more like Russell, will you ever be good at football again? The answer is no.
It's more like Russell. Hold on, Wilson Phillips. I don't have a joke yet.
Yeah, right. So I said you were going to be disappointed with the third one.
Wow.
Didn't even write it.
I love that you went through the whole joke.
Didn't even
Not
write it.
knowing you didn't have the
Didn't
joke.
even write it.
Wow.
Didn't even write it.
That's hilarious.
We
I
shall-
do like that. It's a Russell Wilson Phillips. Hold on, I don't have the joke.
Hold on. You
Until
suck
I
at football.
Come up with a joke.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
You really don't like him if you're gonna do.
I don't like him.
Jeez.
Like
I
not
don't
even
think Sierra's that hot.
not even like no, she's fine.
Yeah,
No,
she is fine.
I don't even
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, she's fine.
I don't that's true. I don't even football hate Russell Wilson. I real life hate Russell Wilson.
Would you like him if he played for the Dodgers?
No.
Because he was a
I know, but for the Rockies though.
Rangers.
I saw him maybe drafted by the Rangers. Okay.
Okay.
I don't like him. That's all. Yeah, I feel bad I don't have a joke.
All right, let's get
I
to
wish I had something different
the week
to
ahead.
end this. Oh man.
The week ahead. We're gonna go to Butterfingers.
Why not? Why not?
Going against Wadsville.
I can't even post that one now. I started off so
Oh
strong.
no, you should. They were all really good.
Well,
But that's still kind of funny though.
it's not that.
Look. I will say roasts. This is your best one altogether. This is the
Oh,
strongest.
even without a joke for the last one.
That almost makes it funnier.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
It kind of makes it funnier. And no, these were good. Like these were solid. Because you weren't working too hard for the
Yeah,
for
maybe
the,
that's
for
what it
the
is.
trying to find it.
Yeah.
They were there.
All right.
It's good.
Maybe I just feel the shame of
No, this is good.
not
No,
having
but again, because those were so strong,
and to not have any joke.
it's a funny one I want to end on. Honestly.
I'm glad it saved it for last.
You know what I mean? No. If it was your first one, then it would have been
They're
trying
like,
to come back up.
That's
from
true.
That would be hard. But that was good. I enjoy that. That was good.
All right, where are we going?
We got Butterfingers going against Wattsville, and right now it's almost a 20-point lead to Butterfingers.
Yeah. I don't see a path for comeback. It's tough because basically Wattsville's playing everybody he can play.
Pacheco's back for Wattsville.
He's back. We'll see how he does. I'm playing him over Charbonnet or Edwards, so he doesn't have a kicker right now.
Neither does Butterfingers.
Right. Okay. So now we're looking at 110 to 90. So it's still a 20-point maybe.
Okay.
This is easy. We can just say it together. It's going to be Butterfingers.
No, I'm going to go against you.
No, no.
I am because I need to catch up ground.
Do you know how many you're down?
Like at least 4.
Okay. We got a good amount of weeks
Doesn't
left
matter.
there.
I'm picking Wattsville.
But buddy, come on.
He beat me. I don't know how.
Okay.
So because he did that, I don't know.
He scored 85 and your team sucks.
What are you talking about? So you take Butter. I
mean, if you're, I agree with what you're doing here.
I take Wattsville,
but don't do it on this game.
No,
do it on other games.
Nah.
All right.
I just think Taylor's gonna suck again. Tyreek's gonna be big. Pacheco's gonna be huge.
Okay. Hey, I would love that for him to be 5-7, and then give me that.
That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, we got Knoll going against Fazools is the next game here. I'm going for the bottom up.
Yep, I got you.
We got Knoll, and this is almost like a 30-point.
Yeah, I have 104.76.
So I guess you picked first on that one, right?
Yeah.
So he does have Mahomes going over Goff this time,
which I would do.
Which
I would do.
So do we need to list everyone? We got
No.
Jalen Warren and ETN. He needs another backup.
Yeah, Fazools needs to play another running back, so we can add another 4 points to him, maybe.
Oh, geez.
5 points to him.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I think I don't need to see more of this.
Yeah.
It's Knoll.
It's Knoll. I have a check mark. I'm not just going off of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I have my check marks already, so I'm with you. It's a hard path to victory for Fazools.
For sure. Effortless against You Below Me. And this one, 20-point lead.
Which is a little crazy for You Below Me, who has been killing everybody.
Yeah, Effortless has the 20-point lead.
Right, Effortless. But You Below Me does have some buys. So Effortless is getting him on a good week. And it doesn't matter if You Below Me loses, really. So.
And this is great, though, for Effortless. I think he can get a win here. This is huge. So
yeah, big time in his division where everyone's kind of together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Knicks against Hurts. We got Mixon and Brian Robinson Jr.
He's playing Brooks
against Hunt and Jonathan Brooks.
Well, I don't think he has a choice. Like I said,
sure.
On bye he has Brees Hall, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
like
this is the week.
Yeah, if you're gonna play,
I wish I could play him this week.
This is so perfect, especially for someone like Effortless to play You Below Me this week, where that win is so crucial for him this week. Mm-hmm. It's so crucial. I said Effortless. I don't think You Below Me gets over those buys.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it's hard.
He also needs a tight end because Pitts is on a bye too.
Yeah, absolutely. So he has Pitts and Taysom Hill.
But if I'm You Below Me, I don't care.
Don't drop anybody that you want to keep. Just yes.
Right, I don't care.
You'll be 10-2.
Yeah. So what?
So let it be. You listen. This is the week. Who cares?
You're gonna make or break you.
Yeah, I'm not going to search the waiver wire for people to drop people that I like. You know,
sure.
His team's too good. Who the fuck are you gonna drop anyway?
Right.
You Below Me makes me so mad.
Maybe Roshan Johnson.
Yeah.
Prestige Worldwide going against Jazzy Jeffs. This is unfair because Jazzy does not have his full lineup.
This is and I'm surprised he hasn't even gone to the waiver yet. You know, but I mean,
he's got Burrow and Bijan Robinson
on a bye
and Drake London.
Yeah,
on a bye,
and Ferguson at a 0 because he's hurt.
So not looking good. He's got neighbors he can put in Rashad White.
Which
he
will.
Needs to get a QB.
So let's say you can add 20 to his, right? You're still
right.
at only 70. And then you add a quarterback. Maybe you can get like 15 to 18.
Yeah.
Now you're at 89.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've seen enough. It's you.
Yeah, I said me as well. I got the check mark on me. it seems as if he doesn't want to add anybody. I know it's only Wednesday, but he hasn't made any moves at all.
Mhm.
So, no.
We got DeShit going against taking US back to school. Is this another one of those cases of just
This is it's bananas this week. It's honestly bananas this week. Yeah, we have.
we got 4 buys in his lineup right now
Yeah,
for
it's
taking
even
us
hard.
back to
It's
school.
I mean, it's impossible to even. He's going to play Evans. He's going to play Harrison, right?
Sure.
He's going to play J.K. So we can add 30 points.
Okay.
Let's say 30 to
So it's still DeShit by a good
45.
20.
Right. In general, unless he makes some moves, I said Tyabs is missing too many people, and I have the shit.
That shit has his running backs. He's got Derrick Henry
Yeah,
and Gibbs, and you don't come back from that.
yeah, I'm with you.
So then it's underdogs against vandalizers, and they actually have me winning.
I know by 15. That's
Yeah.
by a semi good amount. Now, people in Vandy's league or division right now are loving that because being 8-3 to go to 8-4, and then somebody else takes that win. It's nice. It's nice.
I ain't giving up.
Do you trust it? Let's see. Do we trust it?
I'm a spoiler all year.
Let's say, do we trust it? Because
I drafted to be a spoiler.
good. I'm proud of you.
That's how I approach a
I'm,
draft.
I'm proud of you.
It's like, how can I be a good spoiler come week 12?
Yeah. And this is what you did it.
That's what
You did it.
I achieved what I achieved.
And it feels like there's no buys. Everybody that he could basically be playing, he's playing.
I got Stroud against Darnold. I got Aaron Jones and DeAndre Swift against Kenneth Walker III and Najee Harris. I got Nico Collins and Pickens against CeeDee Lamb and McConkey. Will Dissly against Zach Ertz. McCaffrey against Sutton. Dicker against Sanders. Steelers D against Texans D. Who you like?
Yeah, I have you check mark, man. I just don't think he's going to pick anybody else to play because he can't drop these people. So I'm going you. 5-7.
I agree.
5-7.
So that's why I picked Wattsville, man. Because that's the
I
only
guess
game
that's the one difference.
that we won.
All
Yeah.
right.
And I believe in Wattsville.
This is a very odd week that it's a week where everybody has these buys and it's so lopsided on basically each matchup because of the buys.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think that
These late buys are killing us.
Yeah, and the thing for me, which I'm not gonna like, is thank God it's a quarterback, but I have Lamar Jackson and Jane Daniels on a bye at week 14, the last week to get into the playoffs. That's not good. All my positional players are set, and thank God it's a quarterback because it's easier to flex a quarterback. I'm not going to get 40 out of him like I can do Lamar, but I'm looking pretty until the week that matters, that week 14, which I think is going to come down to the last week in my division. Not good.
Chris,
There we go.
What are you drinking?
We're doing Truly Lemonade, folks. Truly Lemonade.
Yeah, is it truly lemonade?
It is strawberry lemonade.
How much of it is actually a lemonade?
Well, that's the question.
That's the question.
Not a lot.
I'm drinking Deschutes.
Nice.
Fresh squeezed IPA. I think it's like 6.4%.
Okay.
I like the color of the can.
It's a nice soothing color.
I think I'm drawn to the color.
It's a nice soothing color.
But let me just get that sound in there. Oh yeah, baby. All right. Well, that's what we got.
All right.
We wish everyone luck.
Yeah, man. Interesting week.
I will win spoiler of the year. Could I go? This is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because I'm a spoiler.
Yes.
So I'm going to watch a whole bunch of movies,
and
then I'll go to the movie theater.
Sure.
Before the movie starts for other people and tell them how it goes.
Yeah, I like it.
Let me tell you how
Just to get
this
in the
movie
mindset?
how it ends.
Just to get in the mindset.
Yeah. I think that'll help me become a better spoiler.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. People will love that.
You think it'll be a hit?
Yeah, well.
That could be a good short.
Well, that's all you. I'm not bothering people at the movie.
It's a short that I get shot at.
Yes.
A short, you're shot. A shot short.
Batman style.
All right. Thank you guys and good luck. Get out of here.